Okay, welcome in the second lecture. In today's lecture, we give you overview of SQL commands or SQL departments. And we learn, we identify data retrieval department, identify data manipulation language department, identify data definition language department, and SQL constraints and SQL indexes. For the This is another image or another organization for the departments or include more details. I can maximize. For the first department, data retrieval include only one command, select command. And from tomorrow lecture, inshallah, we will start by implementing on this command. The second department is DML or data manipulation language. This department include insert command for inserting records and update for updating records, delete for deleting records, and commit for saving the data or the SQL table. The third is data definition language, DDL, include also about 6 commands, create the database. Also, from tomorrow, we start by implementing on this command, database creation, and add new column, modify specified column, drop column, or table, rename the table, describe the structure of the table. When we talk about column, that is we mean fields. When we talk about rows, that we mean records, because we apply or implement on a relational database model. Relational database model is a collection of rows and columns. The rows represent the fields of the database, and the rows represents the records, and the columns represents the fields. The second department is DCL, grant and revoke, include only 2 commands. During this semester, we will not apply on these commands. The fifth department is Oracle constraints, include about 6 or 7 types of constraints: primary key constraints, foreign key, not null constraint, default constraint, check constraints, but we apply only on PK and FK, primary key and foreign key. The last department is indexes. Also, this department has been excluded during this semester. We will not apply on indexes, and we focus on only 4 departments: data retrieval, data manipulation language, DML, DDL, and Oracle constraints. And we exclude 2 departments, DCL and indexes. For the first department, we we implement on data retrieval for a specified number of columns. As you know, the database consists of many columns. You can retrieve all the columns, or you can retrieve 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns, according to your implementations, according to your need. The second type of retrieval is a specified number of columns using aliases names. The aliases name the names given to the columns during the runtime or during the implementation times, and these are alternative names. You will not retrieve the columns by you are not retrieve the database by the original columns that you created at the first time, but you can use a license names or alternative names. Also, we implement on this on data retrieval for specified columns and for specified columns using a license name in tomorrow lecture. That is mean tomorrow lecture it is very important because it is the starting of implementation. It is the starting of how to create table, how to insert data in the table, how to retrieve the data from the table. And another types of data retrieval is mathematical operators. As we see after moments, they are uh, different types of mathematical operators, logical operators, and special functions of SQL. Also, we display for you these functions and statistical functions. For the mathematical operators, we have different types of operators, and these operators used in comparison between two values. Always, the value in the left of the comparison, in the left side, will be the field. I can explain for you this here. For example, where is the yes? For example, if this is the comparison operator equal, the left side here must be field. For example, ID, and the right side of comparison must be value. For example, ID 2016, 2016, 100011. This is a comparison of mathematical operators, and we can apply all the operators on the fields, on all fields. We can apply greater than and greater than or equal. This is greater than or equal in SQL written by this way, or less than or equal, less than or equal, and not equal. These are the mathematical operators. This has been used between two values, only two values. The first value is the name of the field. The second value is one of the values in the database. That is mean this value must be stored in the database, and if the condition correct, it will display, it will retrieve the data. It will retrieve the, for example, the student who ID is equal to 2016 And if the condition it is not correct, it will not display any records or any rows. This is for the comparison mathematical operators. The second type of operators is logical operators. Also, the logical operators mostly implement in discrete math, in logical design, in computer science as general, but also it have many implementations in Oracle. How now we talk about mathematical operators. The logical operators, new, do not save. The logical operators take two mathematical operators. one logical operator to take two mathematical operator. For example, if we have, for example, as I said, ID equal 2000 or 200, and this is the first mathematical operator. As I said, it consists of two values, the field value and the name of the field and the value of the field. And here we put the operator, the logical operator. Here, for example, and logical operator. Here is and operator, and we have another also. This is a logical operator, and we have another mathematical operator. For example, ID equal to, and for example, measure equal CS. Measure equal CS. What does this mean? That is mean in AND operators, we apply the logical operator AND. As you know, the logical operator AND, it take for input, and in the first, it give only when the right and the left operators are true. For example, for this, here, select this. If this is the first, the right side of AND input, and this is the right side, AND operator says that if this is 0 and this is 0, the result is 0. If this is 0, this one, the result is 0. Until only this is 1 and this is 1, it gives. What does mean 1? That is mean when this T and this is T, it gives us the value. That is mean if I want to apply the AND operator, that is mean the student must have 200 ID and measure must be CS. At that time, it retrieves the data. If this of the comparison of two mathematical operators are false, all the result will be false. For example, if this is F, also this will be F. If this is F and this true, the result will be F. It gives us, that is mean, what is mean by give us true value? That is mean retrieve the data from the table when it satisfies the condition. This is for the logical operators. Also, maybe this is will be in in the 4th or 5th lecture, inshallah. Here is the SQL functions. We have different SQL functions, like function. We can use this to retrieve the names according to the specified criteria. For example, if we use underscore with the sign %, that is mean it retrieve represents any single character. Name like A%, give the name started with the letter A. For example, if in the database I have many names and I need only the names that start by the letter A, we use this criteria. I need the names or the students that the second letter in their names are A. We use this criteria here for the third letter is A, the last letter is A, and this A, it is not constant. It is just a character. We can use any letter. We can use the first letter is B, the second letter is B, the first letter is C, the first letter is M, as according to your implementations. Between, that is mean we have two values and we retrieve the data between these two values, not between all the values, not between two values. That is mean it is an opposite to between. In also in determined range of values, not in determined range of values, null and not null. Null, that means there is no recourse, and not null, there is a values in the specified column. Also, this is we implement on this after tomorrow, inshallah. Tomorrow we implement on data retrieval, and we will try after tomorrow, inshallah, apply on the specified functions of them. Also, here is the statistical functions, ABG for average. In the specified column, count for the number of the values in the column, max, maximum value, min for minimum values, sum for calculate the total, that is means the summation of the values, and STDEV is the standard deviation for the values, and variance is the variance of the values. These are statistical functions. Data retrieval for more than two tables, for more than one table, for two equal tables, for two different tables, and for more than two tables. This about the first department. And this department, data retrieval, take about 30% of the course. That is mean because they are, as you see, they are different types of data retrieval, and all of these implementations by only one command, select command. The second is DML. As I said, we have 3 or 4 commands: insert, update, and delete. And DDL, we have how to create table from existing table, and add new column, modify, drop, and rename. And last is SQL constraints. We create a table with primary key in the table level, and create a table with foreign key in the table level. This is in the first part of SQL constraints. In the second implementations of SQL constraints, we add primary key to existing table, or add foreign key to existing table, and drop foreign key and drop primary key. I think that this is the last slide, and I can see you. If you have questions, I can answer you. And thank you for listening. Any question? If there is no question, I can stop record and return back to you, inshallah. Stop recording.